Years of experience, strong resume, still rejected. This happens more often than you think, and it's not always your coding skills. Welcome to DevArchitect. This channel isn't about tutorials, it's about how frontend actually works at scale. Hi, I'm a full stack developer working on AEM based enterprise applications. Today, we'll explore something almost no one talks about: why front end interviews fail, even for developers with years of experience. By the end, you'll understand how AEM frontend is structured in enterprise projects, why tutorials fail to prepare you for production, how to think like an architect, not just a coder. Let's start with a myth. Most tutorials focus on HTML, JavaScript, and CSS, the basics. But in enterprise AIM projects, that's just the tip of the iceberg. You could write a perfect component in HTML and JS, but if it ignores architecture, caching strategies, client libs management, or component inheritance, your code breaks in production. Interviews rarely test these architectural skills. That's why even a 5-year experienced dev can struggle. Interview question seems simple. Write an HTML component. The hidden test is, can this scale in a real enterprise project? Most developers miss this. Experienced developers don't fail because they can't code. They fail because they've never practiced enterprise thinking. Common traps include over-reliance on tutorials, skipping client libs order, caching, or design patterns, ignoring project structure, multi-level component inheritance, shared client libs, global patterns, not thinking about performance, HTML, JS, and CSS interactions at scale, load times, deferred scripts, caching. Here's the mindset shift. Stop thinking like a coder, start thinking like an architect. In enterprise AEM, structure over syntax. Hierarchy of components and templates matters more than JS tricks. Performance by design. Know which scripts to defer, how to bundle client libs, and when to use server-side rendering. Scalability mindset. Can your component be reused? Will it break when inherited? How will caching affect it? Interviews don't ask these explicitly, but experienced interviewers expect it implicitly. This separates mid-level devs from senior enterprise architects. So if you're preparing for AEM front-end interviews, understand project architecture deeply. Component hierarchy, client libs, caching, dispatcher rules. Think performance and scalability, not just code correctness. Prepare real-world examples. Complex component, caching fix, load time optimization. Practice architectural reasoning. Mock interviews analyzing project setups instead of just coding exercises. If you walk into an enterprise front-end interview thinking it's about HTML, JS, or CSS, you're already behind. It's about thinking at scale, architecture, and real-world problem solving. Don't just code, architect. If you want, I can make a follow-up video breaking down actual interview questions and how experienced developers answer them in production context. Hit subscribe if you want your front-end skills to match enterprise reality.